Welcome to Meaningful Mondays with the Community Foundation of Middlesex County, where we only know good people who do great things in our community. Whether you are a volunteer, a donor, or a nonprofit organization, each episode of Meaningful Mondays will celebrate you, our friends and neighbors who have a deep passion for and commitment to improving the quality of life for all in Middlesex County. So let's kick off the week with great conversations with remarkable people, businesses, and nonprofits making a difference right in our own backyard. Well, happy Monday, everyone. It's always a wonderful Monday in Middlesex County. Well, every day in Middlesex County is absolutely great, but today is particularly meaningful because we have Middletown's Animal Control Officer, Gail Petras, with us. And Gail, I just want you to take over and talk, and because I know you can go on and on and on, but I really want the community to know all the great things that you do. And so I'm going to start. I tried to do this, just a little intro about you. So you're passionate with a capital P.
I am.
You're caring with a capital C. You're kind with a capital K. At least I got my spelling right. You're animated, it's ACO. You're animated with a capital A. I said caring with a capital C. And then, oh my, you just do it all. So with that, give us some background on what you do and then actually how you got involved in it, because you've been over here a couple of times, and I should say we're just delighted to have you have a fund with us, as we are delighted to have the Canine Fund here at the Community Foundation. So thank you for that and your trust in us. So with that, I'm turning it over to you. It's your turn to brag. It's your turn to make the community aware of the needs that are out there and all the great things that you and your colleagues do. So go for it.
Okay, well, it's been a trying couple of years since the pandemic. I would say that things really changed a lot. And we've had a full house and a full plate. We've had a lot of increase in cruelty cases that we've been handling. And unfortunately, that seems to be a countrywide trend that cruelty cases are up. And so it's taken a toll on us. We've also had one animal control officer out with an injury, so we've been shorthanded and down a full-time person. So two of us have been really scrambling to try to keep up with all of the calls. We've had a full house at the shelter, and really nobody's adopting right now. Like, shelters everywhere are full.
Oh.
And with winter and, a lot of the state of what's happening in the world, and, money is tight and prices are higher. So it's just been a very difficult climate to get animals adopted in.
But you have such a big heart, and the community really supports you. So I think, yes, there's a real problem, but also we have some wonderful, wonderful folks who live here in Middletown and really care, and
Yes.
will do just about anything to help you, I know. But so tell us about your division and what you do, and then brag about the wonderful friends and neighbors you have here.
We do. I mean, we have a great fan base, so to speak. And
you
we
do,
have,
and you,
yeah, we have a lot
too.
of support. We're on Facebook, and we have a huge following on Facebook. And when we say, like, we're out of laundry soap, and I mean, just recently we said we were out of paper towels, and we now have, like, I don't know, like 20 cases of paper towels showed up for us. So it's amazing the support that we get. I mean, we do have 3 full-time animal control officers here in Middletown, and we have 1 part-time on-call person for after hours. And when I started here, I'm coming up on my 22nd year here.
Oh my gosh.
And when I started, I had a few part-time people, but basically when I came in, we kind of had to start fresh, and it was just me. Which, thinking about it now, makes my head spin that I can't believe it was just me then. And now we have 3 full-time animal control officers, and and we're busy. Like with three, we're busy, which is just crazy. But I think, as we got more people, we were able to try to start more programs and do more things. So, they say like if you build it, they will come. And,
Mhm.
we have built the department and we have handled even more complaints and calls than we ever thought we could.
So, well, there you go. Passionate with a capital P and kind with a capital K and caring with a capital C and doing it all with a capital A for all. So, tell us about the programs that you have.
Well, we try to assist people with a feral cat program was one of the first things
Hmm.
we tried to set up because when I started, we just had so many kittens being born outside. Then the number of kittens and litters that we were taking in was ridiculous. So I got to know cattails here in Middletown really
Right.
well and develop a really
We know
great.
them very well.
Yeah, they're amazing. And in addition to a working relationship, I've kind of become almost best friends with Debbie, who runs Cattails.
Right.
And I don't know what the city would do without them. Like they helped me so much and showed me how to trap cats because I didn't know how to really do that. And they showed me the ins and outs of TNR, which is the trap, neuter, return.
Right.
And we try to help people because we have a lot of great people in the community that feed outdoor cats and feral cats, and they don't want the animals to starve. They want to care for them, but they don't know what else to do. So we try to help them with trapping and spaying and neutering. If we find friendly cats that have been abandoned, we try to take them in and find them homes. And if they are truly feral, we spay and neuter them, ear tip them, and put them back out. And as long as we know somebody's feeding them, we know they're going to be okay. Cattails provide shelters for them and that sort of thing.
So you partner with other organizations because you
Yes.
can't with a staff of three, you can't possibly do it all. And as you said,
No.
you're down really one person right now. And then, but you also, I love the fact that you educate the general public too about what to do.
We try. Yes. We have a lot of resources that we provide people. I mean, basically, even when we're going on what we call our calls for service, like if somebody's dog is roaming loose or somebody's dog bit somebody or, um, a variety wildlife calls. We do all sorts of calls. We do a lot of livestock now, which we never had to do before,
Oh
but
my gosh.
now we're a right to farm city. So we have a lot of people who have
Huh.
backyard chickens and goats and different types of livestock. So we've had to learn about a lot of that stuff. Um, but our
Well, you're
first
never
step is
bored.
always what?
You're never bored.
We're never bored. And our first stop is always educating. Like, unless
Right.
it's something truly egregious that we have to address, we try to educate people. These are what the laws are. This is how you should be doing this. And here's your kind of warning that we're going to tell you what you need to do better and come back and check on you. And then if that doesn't happen, then we go to the next step. But we're usually trying to educate first. And our goal is to alleviate the problem. So if we can teach you how to do it right and then it's not a problem, then that's great. Then we don't have to come back and talk to you again.
I love the fact that you're solutions oriented. Thank you for that. And then, we truly have known cattails forever and think the world of them and what they do. Are there other groups that you partner with?
Yeah, there are so many groups. Like we could not do this alone. We work extensively with a group called Our Companions. They operate a sanctuary in Connecticut. They
Hmm.
deal with all local animals. They don't, they're not a rescue group that imports other animals. Their goals are to try to help people keep their pets. So when we have people that have issues where they think they might need to give up their dog or give up their cat, they try to work with them to make it so that they can learn how to keep them successfully. They help with providing a lot of resources for um, if people need financial help or behavior help or training. They have a no cost training program, and so we use them a lot as a really great resource, and they help us with evaluating our shelter pets. So if we want to determine if a dog is safe for adoption, or if there's
Mhm.
behavior things that need to happen, they send their behaviorists and they help us evaluate them and prepare them to get adopted.
That is so great that you have that network of caring people that will help you and fill in the gaps of the things that you can't do.
Yeah, they're a great organization. I mean, and we work with the Connecticut Humane Society because they do also help us out with a lot of financial things.
Hmm.
We have a dog at our shelter right now, Luca, who's a senior, and he had a huge tumor on his foot when he came into us. And the Humane Society had a program for senior dogs, so they were able to pay the entire $1,400 bill
Wow.
for him to have surgery and full vetting. So those are things we might not be able to do on our own, but we have a lot of good groups that help us.
Oh my gosh. And I love the story that you told us about the folks in Middletown, and I don't remember what neighborhood it was, but they do huge Christmas display, and
Yes.
they donate the proceeds. So tell us a little bit about that, because I want everybody when they to be educated about what you do, but also to know that there are little things that everybody can do to support you.
Yeah, the Sandhill Lights people. That's how we refer to them, as the Sandhill Lights group. And I'm sure people have seen them on the news at Christmas time. They're always on the news. It's two or three houses that are completely covered in lights and
I
decorations.
think you can see
And
them from the space, right?
yes, they can see them from space. If you're on Route 9, you can see the whole neighborhood. It's really amazing. And they collect monetary donations, and they also collect donations of food for and supplies for both animal and human organizations. So then they split up the money that they raise and they give it to I believe they split it three ways, but I don't want to speak to, I'm not sure what all the different places were this year, but we got a check this year for over $2,000,
Wow.
which is amazing. And,
Wow.
that goes right to our like spay neuter fund because the prices have really increased.
Right.
And so we're doing less of the spay and neuter than we used to because we have to figure out how to cover the cost for all of it. But the Sandhill people, they get truckloads of dog food and cat food, and we send a lot of it to the Amazing Grace Food Pantry because they have opened a pet area.
That's right. They have. Wonderful. That's so
Yeah,
great.
it's fantastic. So we give them a lot of stuff. We keep what we can use, and then we share the rest with all sorts of groups that need it. So it's a great thing.
Just spread the wealth. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Is there one thing that you wish everyone knew, or that's one question. And is there one thing that you wish everyone would do to help you?
Um, I mean, I wish people would understand the importance of keeping their pets safe and on leashes and contained. We get a lot of issues with dogs running off, escaping, being struck by cars or being injured,
Oh,
people getting bitten because, the dog was loose or something happened. And that's like a huge chunk of what we do. Um, Again, we try to educate people because a lot of times people just don't know and they think their dog is okay. But I always say, your dog is great off leash until they're not. And
right.
until suddenly something happens. We have a dog right now that's missing, that's been missing since the snowstorm, that chased a deer and ran off. So you might think your dog is great and isn't going to go anywhere, but you never know what that one thing is going to be that's going to make them take off.
And you read all these articles about how important pets are to people. And people really care, but it's that one little thing that they don't do that will
Right.
break their hearts if the dog gets hit or doesn't come back.
Right. And that's another organization actually that we work closely with. There's a group called Connecticut Doggone Recovery Volunteers, and it's a completely volunteer nonprofit group, but they have volunteers that go out and help people try to find their lost dogs.
Oh, wow.
And the amount of time and energy that they put into it is something we could never do. They set traps, they set feeding stations, they set night vision cameras, they have drones that they fly over areas looking like heat-seeking drones.
Oh my
And
gosh.
um, it's crazy what they do, and they're amazing. So when we have people that say like my dog ran off and now I can't find it and it's been days, we try to connect them, and they do so much of the legwork that we would not be able to do. But then they call us if they need us to get there because they'll say the dog's in the trap or we saw the dog
Right.
here. So then they can tell us where to go, and they call us, and we go. And we've had dogs that were stray dogs that we don't know where they came from that we were unable to catch because they're terrified and they're running and you can't get close to them. So they've helped us with setting up traps and catching some of these dogs. So it's
I'm
amazing.
always amazed at how wonderful people can be.
Yeah,
Just amazing.
it's a great group, and we've been out there. Typically, we're either out there when it's a million degrees out or when it's like -10 outside, and
Oh
we're trying to
gosh.
catch a dog in like horrible conditions. Um, but we've caught many, many dogs in traps, some who have been on the loose for like months. And it took us that long to finally get them in one spot and catch them. So
It just dawned on me. How did you get involved in this? What is it, 22 years ago?
22 years.
How
Yeah.
did what prompted you to go this route?
Well, honestly, I worked in the travel industry, and that's what I was trained for. And then 9/11 happened, and a lot of travel personnel got laid off.
Right.
A lot of offices closed. Travel basically stopped for a while. And so I lost my job. I got laid off, and I went to a career counseling um, class with another coworker, and everything kept coming back to animals. Like every question they asked me kept coming back to if you could do whatever you wanted to do. So at the end, we got a list of potential jobs that would fit with that, and I found a place to get some education, and I did my own dog training business for a bit, which was fun. Um, and then a job posting came up for Cromwell Animal Control, and they were hiring a part-time animal control officer. And I was like, oh, part-time, I can do dog training and I can do this part-time and see
Wow.
where it goes. So I did. And actually, Cheryl Gagnon, who's the animal control officer in Cromwell, um, basically trained me and taught me everything I knew. And we work so closely together now because we have mutual aid with Cromwell and we help each other all the time.
Right.
I feel like lately she helps me more than I help her, but she's amazing. And I just decided I really liked it. And I was like, wow, I think I could really do this. And then a full-time position opened up in Middletown. And I said, what the heck? I'm going to apply for it. And I got
There
the
you
job.
go.
So,
Well,
been
follow
here.
your dreams, follow your passion. That's a wonderful story to tell everybody.
Yeah.
So I'm just sitting here thinking, there have to be, I mean, I'm sure that there are some sad stories,
Yeah.
things like that. But you wouldn't stick with this for 22 years unless there were some really happy stories. So are there stories, even one that you can share that sticks out in your mind that just makes it all worthwhile?
Yeah. I mean, most recently, one of our dogs at the shelter, Opal, just got adopted. And we had Opal at our shelter for 14 months.
Oh my gosh.
Um, Her owner had walked into a local vet office and said, I'm moving out of the country and I need to euthanize this dog because I can't take her.
Oh,
And so they wouldn't do it because she was a young, healthy, friendly dog. So he left with her. And a half an hour later, a Good Samaritan walked in and said, I just found this dog running loose on Route 17. And I opened my car door and she jumped in. And they're like, that was the same dog that the guy
oh
was
my
just with.
gosh.
So they called us, and she was a lovely dog and very friendly, but had a lot of anxiety in the shelter and was just not that she was aggressive towards other dogs, but she just kind of never learned the rule book. So, you
There are
know,
rules for everything, aren't there?
yeah, she just, she couldn't read other dogs real well. So
Mhm.
if another dog ran up to her and showed like fear or didn't want her, she would just be like in their face, like, what do you mean? What do you mean? I want to play. And it could go badly quickly because if another dog was freaked out, she wasn't getting the message to like
Right.
back off. So we worked with our companions and we also worked with another trainer, Canine Ethics, later that we called in, and we had her on anxiety meds, and we had a group called Running for Rescues, which is another volunteer group that is a nonprofit. They came and Bruce walked her or ran her like almost every day. Like he came
Wow.
in every morning to take Opal for a half an hour or 45-minute walk or run. Um, and it just took a village. It took so many people being in this dog's corner. And she was adopted about 2 weeks ago and with another dog in the home and with a woman who's amazing, who we trust implicitly, who really is a great dog handler and was committed to making it work. She fell in love with this dog and said, this dog needs to be mine, and I'll do whatever I have to do to make it happen. And it's going amazingly right now. So that was like our huge victory that we really needed right
Wow.
now. When things are really bad, it was like what we needed.
And then I'm just sitting here sort of shaking my head going, the circle of the positive, good, we always have the saying, good people who do great things. And you've got this circle of great people doing great things
Yeah.
around you. That is fascinating. Fascinating. And I remember hearing on the news about the snowplow driver who rescued two dogs off of the highway who were
Oh,
running right down a highway. And you know, what possessed him to be that kind, generous, wonderful person that day to take care of them. So,
right.
oh my gosh. So Gail, if people want to adopt or if people want to help you, how do they reach out to you?
They reach out to us on Facebook or they can call us and leave us voicemails. Um, we post all of our animals on Facebook, and right now one of my friends who used to be a coworker has been making these beautiful adoption postings for us on Facebook with these like amazing stories and funny things about the animals. And so we ask people to share that, even if you're not in a position to adopt at this time, like you can share all of our stuff and just spread it far and wide because we're
Right.
we're desperate to find people to adopt. We have 6 dogs right now that are, have been with 4 of them have been with us for quite some time now, since like October,
Oh gosh,
November.
yeah.
So we're just really trying to find places for them.
So okay, so that's one thing people can do is share. And then you shared with us that people can donate food. Obviously, they can donate monetarily and they people please go to our website. You have your fund here, and so people can we can generate funding that way. What's on your wish list right now? Things that you need other than adoption. I know that's really a top priority.
Right. That is a huge priority, but we love our connection here with the foundation because we have a QR code now, so people
Right.
can scan and they can click and donate where we couldn't do that before. So it's really difficult in a municipal setting. A lot of towns don't want to get involved with the electronic forms of donation, and that was one of the main reasons that we came to talk to you. And it's amazing because we have the QR code all over our office. We have it all over the shelter. We can email it to people. We have it printed on papers that we hand out to people, and they can donate. And that money is, most of it is earmarked for veterinary expenses, for spay neuter expenses, and for anything else that might be something we need for comfort for the animals at the shelter.
And I should say that we did and the same with the canine fund that we have here. We're an alternative, you know, and we tr just as you try to figure out solutions, we try to figure out solutions where there are rules and regulations where somebody might work that you can't do something, and if it's a worthwhile charitable cause, if we can do it legally and within the regulations, we'll do our best to do that. So, all right. So we can donate monetarily. We can go and share the Facebook posts and
Yep.
hopefully circulate that. And
We do have other things that we use in addition to donations right now. We always need liquid laundry detergent and bleach
see,
to
I never would
do
have thought of
laundry.
that.
Yeah, we use the dishwasher pods because we run the dishwasher once a day. So those are things we're good on paper towels right now because we just
Okay,
got
thank
a
you.
huge amount of paper towels. But like the Clorox bleach wipes that you pull out.
Right.
Those are supplies that we go through regularly. So it's always good. Right now we're low on bleach and the detergent and the dishwasher pods. Those are all always on our list. We're covered with dry food for the animals, but we do always take in canned food because we like to mix in a little and make it taste good for them. I'm trying to think of some other things.
Well, that's a good list. That's
Yeah.
a really good start. So, Gail, as we wrap up, partnering, I mean, that's a capital P. So thank you for doing that. And thank you. Some of the organizations that you mentioned I was not familiar with. So thank you for mentioning those. The education of the general public and the owners. So thank you for that. We're going to have, hopefully, everybody will watch this and reshare your Facebook post and this so that people can know what they can do. You're a busy lady.
Yes.
You really are. So, given that we're still in winter, what are you looking forward to in the next month or so?
Well, I'm hoping our ACO that's injured, she's hopefully going to be back full duty soon.
Fingers
So we're
crossed.
very excited about that. Fingers crossed, because that will help us a lot. And, we ask people to be patient with us. If you call and leave a voicemail, honestly, one of the biggest things I can tell you is that we tell people, please leave a voicemail. A lot of people will call us, and if we don't answer the phone, they'll just hang up and call again.
Oh, okay.
And there's only two of us right now. And, we're out on the road a lot. So we're not just sitting at our desk, like waiting for the phone to
Right.
ring. We're at the shelter, or we're out on calls, or we're out at somebody's house, or catching a dog, or doing whatever. So if you call us 20 times during the day and never leave a message, we have no idea that you called. And then people might say online, like, oh, I've been trying to call them and nobody ever answers the phone. Yeah, we rarely answer our phone. I can tell you that because
You're
we're
not
hardly
there
ever
to.
there. So if you leave a message, we promise we will call you back. We will call as soon as we can. Sometimes it takes a little longer because we have to prioritize if we have like a really urgent, something's injured, or if
Right.
it's
Right.
just, I have a question about something. So that's one of the big things. Just be patient with us and know that we are working really hard and are out on the road for a majority of our time.
Well, I have to say, thank you for educating me. Thank you for having a huge heart and for caring. It absolutely shows. And every time we have you in our office, it shows even more. So thank you for doing this for us. And then thank you for educating the rest of us. So anybody watching this, listening to this, please, hug your pet, number one, keep it on a leash, number two,
Yes.
if it's appropriate. And number three, just call Gail and maybe adopt one of those dogs that needs a good home.
Yeah, definitely.
Well,
They're
Gail,
good
thank you
dogs.
so much for all you do. So you're animated and amazing, and you're caring and very kind. And we so appreciate all that you do.
Thank you so much. I appreciate all of your support. It means the world.
Well, thank you. Thank you for joining us for this week's episode of Meaningful Mondays. At the Community Foundation of Middlesex County, we know that philanthropy matters and philanthropy works. Together, we support the arts, education, human services, animal welfare, the environment, heritage enhancements, and so much more by providing services, programs, and grants to our local nonprofits. We invite you to learn more and share your passion with us. Visit us at Middlesex County CFMC.org. or contact us at 860-347-0025. Together we can make great things happen.